Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. It's time for another episode of Only My Slabs. Let's go. All right, we've got ourselves, oh my goodness, a stack of slabs. My God, those things are heavy. Here we are, Only My Slabs, a show where we take this moment to go through the graded comic books that make up my collection, some of the stories that go behind some of these books. We're not going to take a lot of time on this intro. Let's just get into the books because that's what you care about most is seeing the books. Show me the books, Rob. That's all I hear. Show me the books. All right, so here we go. This book, I love this cover. This is retailer incentive. That I looked around for this for a long time, and I finally found it at a reasonable price, and that is Spider-Gwen #1, the Bradshaw after McFarlane variant. This book is a just a beautiful variant, very well done homage. I love it, and it was a super expensive book for a long time. This is the first appearance of Earth 65 Captain America in cameo, a lizard appearance, and it's obviously a Spider-Man 1 homage. So this is that Spider-Gwen issue #1. Brilliant. Beautiful book. I think I picked that up at a Berkeley Comic Show. Berkeley Comic Show, a phenomenal show here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Happens like every other month in a high school gym, and just comics. That's all it is. Just some guys with tables selling comics. Another Spider-Gwen #1. This is a J. Scott Campbell variant from the J. Scott Campbell store exclusive. This book is one of the books that originally I had this graded as a PGX 9.8, and I had it, or was this one of the ones that was a 9.9? Anyways, it doesn't really matter. I had it pulled out of a 9.8 or a CGC or PGX slab, sent it to CGC and had it redone. Why? Well, it's just been part of a series of book of I've been doing where I've been pulling some of those PGX out and have them redone, and call it PGX conversion therapy. There's a bunch of them. You can watch those videos. Yeah. All right. This is a this is a variant cover. This one I know for a fact. This was a PGX 9.9 and was part of one of those conversion therapies, and it came back a CGC 9.8. Not a big deal. I mean, you crack those, the handling of the books, that happens. I'm not concerned about a PGX 9.9 versus a CGC 9.8. I can move the CGC 9.8 if I want to. But this is the Star Wars, based on George Lucas's original rough draft screenplay. Now, this is a variant cover that was done by Midtown Comics only. It's obviously homaging the Star Wars movie poster, in obviously very different character designs, are somewhat reminiscent, but also different. There's actually no Luke Skywalker in this thing. It's an interesting read, but yeah, I dig this. I dig this series. I've got the hard book. I've got the complete run. I just recently got back the original, the A cover. But yeah, this B cover I've had for a while. I liked it because it's got that movie homage. The movie homage. John, was it John Tyler Christopher covers Negative Space, the king of negative space, right? Here's one, Star Wars issue #1. Bang. Han, Luke, and Leia. Negative space variant. Now, this was a comic exposure variant. I won't get into that. I went into that tirade like last episode about comic exposure, so I'll just move on. And but yeah, there you go. PGX graded book 9/8. Why PGX? Because I was sending a lot of books to PGX at the time. They were the least, and still will remain, the least expensive grading company. I don't really have an issue with them. It's just a reality that it is harder for me to move the books if I want to, which is odd that I concern myself with that because I really just don't move books all that often. Anyways, this book, woo, I love this cover. This is an homage to Iron Man, Tales of Suspense 39, featuring, again, this is Star Wars #1, but featuring Boba Fett looking hella badass. Oh, yeah. This is a great variant cover. Comic Pop Collectibles, a variant. This is Alex Maleev did this cover. So there you go. Alex Maleev. Phenomenal. Absolutely love it. We got some Star Wars books here. I like Star Wars. Yeah. Here we got another PGX. This is Deodato incentive. This is a 1 in 100, I think it was. Star Wars issue 24. Like that. A lot of these were these are some books I got early on. Obviously, a big Star Wars fan, and the first run I was picking up quite a few variants. Early, I think a lot of us did this in our time collecting comics, and I still do to this day pick up variants on certain titles. Now it's generally more titles that I'm supporting the title versus necessarily just, ooh, I think that's a cool cover. Although every once in a while, cover buys do get us through. I mean, and ultimately, that's part of, depends on what you're collecting. And I do appreciate the art and cover art. I'm a big fan of, when it comes for me for collecting, cover art is a big deal. There are books that I collect the runs for the stories, but there's a lot of books I collect that are either the keys or for the cover art. So that's me and how I choose to collect. How you choose to collect can be completely different, and that's the great part of this, is that there's no right or wrong way to collect comics. Anyways, so this is an art early on in her upcoming. Rose Besh did a cover for Star Wars Adventures #1 featuring Rey. I'm Rey Skywalker. Anyways, there we are. Beautiful. I love her colors that she uses. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, God. This book, I was so sad with the grade that it got. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe someday. I don't think there's nothing I can do. Color rub is an issue here, but this is an Alex Ross, Darth Vader #1 from an Alex Ross store exclusive featuring Boba Fett. This is an image, if you don't know, Boba Fett's first appearance was in the much maligned Star Wars Christmas special. The Star Wars Christmas special contained within it, although it was live action, it contained a cartoon. And in that cartoon, it featured Boba Fett. And that's his first appearance in Star Wars canon. And this is actually a recreation of that scene. Boba Fett, when he arrives with this forked rifle and on the back of a beast of burden, a beast of burden, if you speak. So, anyways, first appearance of Black Krrsantan, Boba Fett, and Jabba the Hutt appearance. Darth Vader #1. Like I said, it's 9/4. Unfortunately, there is color rub on the back of the book here. You can see it clear as day there. I think that there's also some color rub elsewhere. Yeah, along this edge here. And so the book is what it is. And it's actually some decent bindery tears down at the bottom. But still, at least I have a copy. There aren't a ton of these out there. I mean, I say that. When I say ton, I mean, look, it's not necessarily a rare book. I'm not saying it's a rare book. People use the term rare book way too frequently. What I'm just simply saying is there's not a ton of them. You don't see them every day. All right, Star Wars, Han Solo and Chewbacca #1. Picked this up from my LCS. This was the Adam Hughes, 1 in 25 variant, I believe. So there you go, Adam Hughes doing some Star Wars. I know there's a lot of Adam Hughes fans out there. Nice book. And in this book, this book was caused quite the stir for a while. In 2021, there was a cover. It was originally done for, I think, Star Wars Insider or something by Gabriel Del Otto. And then later it got put onto a comic, or maybe it was a comic. No. Actually, it was a comic first, and then it became the Star Wars Insider. But the comic was published in Italy. It was an Italian exclusive for Star Wars: The High Republic, and this is that Italian edition. So this is Star Wars: The High Republic. This is an Italian version from Panini Press, and I love that it's called Panini Press. That's crazy. Italian variant edition. You can see on the back, we got everything's written in Italian, and this is the Gabriel Del Otto Star Wars: High Republic #1. Phenomenal, beautiful artwork. As Del Otto is practically a modern master. I mean, I don't think it's a big stretch to say that. A lot of people agree. Phenomenal book. Was happy to be able to pick this up. I picked this book up raw. I was happy to be able to pick it up and get it graded. This is also features the first appearance of Keeve Trennis, Siskar, loaded a whole bunch of people because it was the first issue, The High Republic. All right, we're in 3 books left. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this so far. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know which of these books is your favorite. Hit the like button and subscribe. Superman, that came out. I don't have a lot of Superman books, but I do have this one. This one I received in a mystery box. I don't remember who I picked, what mystery box was, but it doesn't really matter. It was like in a $50 mystery box. It wasn't a very expensive one, but I was happy to pick it up. This is the first full appearance of Doomsday in Superman the Man of Steel issue #1. There we go. Doomsday, the beginning of the end. This is an old CBCS slab too. There we go. Might have to take a look at this book and give it a scrutiny and see, just because it's this old slab, but maybe a clean and press would get it out of there, but not that it matters. I mean, it's not like it's an expensive book. I don't know if you know, but there are like practically a million of these floating around out there. All right, last book is a twofer. If you've been counting, you said that's 11, and Rob, you got 2 books. So why is this a twofer? Because it's 2 books, same exact book, basically. We got last episode, we had a lot of that Saturday morning cartoon type stuff, a lot of throwback. We had Masters of the Universe, we had some other stuff. Well, here we go, and we had G.I. Joe and such. This one, here's another one. How about Thundercats? Oh, so here we go. We got ourselves a newsstand variant in a 7.5. And then we've got a direct edition in a 9.0. Incidentally, from a value perspective, they're worth about the same. But here you go. Both first printings, Thundercats, Lion-O, first appearance of Lion-O, based on the animated television series. But yeah, first comic book appearance of Lion-O, Chitara, Panthero, Snarf, whatever, all the whole team. There you go, guys. And hey, the Care Bears are looking for heroes. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Only My Slabs. I hope you enjoy this series. Again, leave a comment, subscribe, like, all that other stuff. And remember, until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, especially me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.